time I hear you whisper to me that you never would leave me be. I can feel my body echoing for you now.
Do you know what you do to me? It's like a fantasy, I wanna never leave. But isn't it a little funny that you're the one controlling me?
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Seduce Me. There's a thing in the corner there, and I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm still a bit sick, so my reading might be a little off, but we're gonna continue. Oh my god, I can't remember where we were. February 14th, this one. If I am correct, remember, he said, thank you. Wait.
Thank you.
Yep.
I indulged myself, but I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed it as much as I did.
Thank you, that was
Damien.
fantastic. Gonna suppress a cough here as I try to read. I stared the note. Good starting. Letting a small smile grace my lips. He indulged himself as much as I did. I enjoyed it. It was cute, though, to imagine him thanking me for something we both did and enjoyed. I brought the note to my chest, letting the memories of our meeting flood my mind. My nose is so stuffy. I indulged myself, too. I looked at the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Yikes, 4 hours of being knocked out and... What the fuck?! And I still feel tired! Something happened. It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. The remainder of the night passed by surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Unsurprisingly, the food was perfect, but it felt a little empty without the boys to eat with me. They most likely had already eaten, but still, I felt lonely. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt that I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I've had. It felt good. Do I have 2 Seduce Me open? Hold on. I have 2 Seduce Me open. What the hell? Seduce Me's... Get out of here. Yes. Okay. I don't know why we couldn't hear that. Let me just make sure the volume is still up on this one. Yep, we're good. Okay. I drifted to sleep and woke up almost flawlessly the next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed. Click. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? Biting my lip. I looked to my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Ain't that great? Well, hey, must be my lucky day. Karma owed me some luck after I had gone through in merely a handful of days. I deserved to get some good luck. It's just mere the sentence is not making sense. Ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started to quickly buzz from the incoming text. Who's texting this early?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
I smiled. My friends were the best! I couldn't drive yet and I didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. I checked the time. 6:30. Perfect, I can eat some breakfast before they come. I packed my bag and carried it downstairs toward the kitchen. As I entered the dining room, I saw a plate with eggs, toast, bacon sitting on the table. A fresh steaming cup of coffee sat next to the plate, with the sugar and creamer on the side. Bloody hell. Doing visual novels is really hard when you're sick. I walked to the table and couldn't believe what I was seeing. Who made this? As I spoke aloud, a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day, yours. Yours truly. My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him. I smiled before putting the note in my bag and eating up. The food was so delicious I devoured every amazing bite. I looked at the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the door in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent. Before I could reach for the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand. Aw, you look worried. I turned to Damien, who was holding my hand with a concerned frown on his face.
My name
is Damien. No, it's damn it, Damien. Your name.
My true name isn't Damien. I want you to know my real name, if something were to happen.
His true name. What did he mean? I slipped tissue up my nose. Why was he telling me this now? Damien gently pulled me to him and leaned close to whisper in my ear.
My name is Esrol.
God, you rolled your tongue and skipped at the same time. I don't know if I can do that. As he said his name, I could feel it locked in my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Damien pulled away and stared at me despite still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise, I'll come and help you.
I stared up at Damien, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Damien smiled before releasing my hand and heading into the dining room. Something told me that name would be used eventually. Yeah. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gates with Suzu waving me down. I rushed out the door and headed to school, talking about the homework and coming day. We made it to school without a hitch. Our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed to and got our important books and necessities. First incident of the day. As I walked towards Naomi and Suzu, who were both waiting for me on the opposite side of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Schmeck. What the hey?
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
The three of us looked up to see Lizette and her gaggle of girls. Lizette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow. Like no tomorrow.
Why, you little...
Suzu, don't!
I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lizette. Today was not the only time this had happened to me. However, it was now clear who was behind the incidents. Incidents. I can't. I can't. Even if she was innocent, and one of her goons did it, it was now obvious that Lizette was the mastermind just from the look on her face. Get out. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. No, you don't. Just get up and walk away. Just get up and walk away, girl. Just walk away. No. Give me a second. Damn it! Go away! Jesus! Oh my god. I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. She was a bully, but I was not going to let her get to me. I had to be stronger than her, and then only would I have beaten her. I stood up and brushed myself off, pretending nothing had happened.
Anderson, you okay?
That was a pretty bad fall.
Yeah, I'm fine. A fall like that is nothing. I merely smiled at them, not wanting to let them know the pain rushing through my body from that fall. My arms were quickly quaking, and my shoulders were pulsing, but I remained content-faced. I quickly gathered up my belongings and nodded to my two friends. Come on, we'll be late for history. Fuck you, Lizette. Fuck you. Susan and Naomi looked at each other before frowning and nodding to me. Naomi and Susan flanked me as we began to walk to class away from the gaggle of bullies. As we walked, I could barely see Suzu flipping the middle finger to the group behind us from the corner of my eye.
Friggin' bunch of Lisette feet lickers.
That's gross, Suzu.
It's true. It's all, OMG! Lisette is the best! Let's follow her around because we obviously don't have lives.
Liam and I couldn't help but laugh. The group behind us, however, did not like Suzu's words.
At least my dad doesn't screw around in the black market to keep a stupid casino running.
You don't piss off Suzu. You don't do it. Suzu stopped. Naomi and I stopped as well to look back at Suzu, who was completely red in anger. Suzu slowly turned to head to the group, glaring daggers at them.
Fuck did you just say?
You don't piss off a short person. She'll rip you just apart, man. I had to act fast to place my hand on Suzu's shoulder and grip tightly, knowing she could try to push my hand away. Suzu, they're not worth it. Let's just go.
No, I think it's about time we taught them some manners.
Suzu!
I looked at the set in her group. She had a widely smile on her face, which irked me to no end. Nevertheless, I knew that fighting wasn't going to get us anywhere. Let's go! I grabbed Suzu by the shoulder, roughly pulling her back to Naomi and me. Suzu tried to step forward to the group, but Naomi held onto her other shoulder. We held on to Suzu, who fought against our hand as we marched to class. Surprisingly, the rest of the day went off without another incident. I went to my classes, had lunch, and was anxious to get home. As the bell rang for school to end, I put my phone vibrating in my pocket. Sorry. Text from my dad. Oh no. I'll be picking you up today. Make sure you get ready to go. When I get there, whatever. That was kind of surprising. I quickly headed back to my locker and got the things before waiting for my dad. For Naomi and Suzu, Jesus Christ.
Hey, are you ready to go?
No. Actually, my dad's picking me up.
Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
We'll drive home
Still
together
sick.
next time. Tell your dad that we've got you covered from now on.
Alright. Sure. If I don't die first! Even while I laughed, something didn't seem right. My dad texted me to say this. Why was he... Oh no, the tissue fell! Why was he going to pick me up? Had I done something wrong? I didn't know. Waved goodbye to Naomi and Susan before heading off to the usual spot. My dad picks me up. I took the time to listen to my music while I waited. Need to go to another Rise of the Phoenix concert. Totally. Eventually, I had played the entire album with no one showing up. What the hey? Dad's never late, especially not this late. I quickly dialed my dad's number again, but as soon as I pressed call, it disconnected and read a signal disconnection error message. What the? No signal error? How did I not have signal? I double-checked my phone and saw all 5 bars were... I had signal, don't worry. Must be in a dead zip. Before I could finish, a group of hands grabbed at my hands and feet and covered my mouth. I screamed into the hand over my mouth, struggling to pull away from my hand and grabbing my limbs. I felt disgusting and scary feeling. Their hands on me. I needed to stop.
Hey! Don't dirty up Malix's prey.
Yeah. Jesus. The voice which sends a fearful shiver down my spine whispered in my ear.
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson.
I couldn't fathom what was happening, but before I knew it, I was blindfolded and my limbs were quickly tied up. I felt myself being carried somewhere and was shoved into something that echoed the interior of a bus or van. The doors closed off and I was taken, unsure of where I was going and why. All I knew is that I was in trouble. All I saw was darkness. I felt numb as I was taken to a place I didn't know of. I couldn't even move. My lips screamed. Sounds zipped past my ears, first of interior of a car, then the outside, then an echoey space with the whispers and cackles vibrating through it, of people vibrating through it. However, the wrap around my eyes was eventually removed from my face and my bonds were cut. It took a while for my eyes to adjust, but I found myself in a warehouse surrounded by devils, including Malix, who was smirking at me.
Nicely done! I'm sure those little shits will come running to find you when they realize you didn't return to your precious little mansion. They'll search everywhere for you.
Pow! Sorry. Malix walked over and set the barrel of his gun against my skin between my eyes.
It'll be so funny when they find your dead body instead.
He rolled his tongue. What else can I do? I choose you! All of a sudden, a bright purple light engulfed the room, causing the devils around me to cover themselves.
What the?
Hey! Gusts of winds rushed past me, almost forced me back. I covered my face in my arms, bracing myself, standing on my ground. Standing on my ground. I read too fast there. I tried to peek through my arms to see what was going on, but the light continued to shine brightly. Hello. As the gust slowly started to die, the light began to fade, revealing Damien with a blank expression staring coldly at Malix. I'm excited to see his battle scene. Holy crap, Damien.
I'm here, as I promised.
Good. Malix moved his arms in front of me. Malix moved his arms in front of his face and slowly moved his arms from... He moved his arms from his face so we could see, and slowly took in a new sight in front of him. Quickly, Malix's face turned with that of pure evil delight.
Out of the 5 pretty boys, you summoned the pathetic one? What a fucking moron!
What? Pathetic? Damien stared at Malix, silent and fiercely cold. Damien began to walk towards Malix, one step at a time. Malix, however, brought up his gun, pointing it at Damien.
So long, pretty boy!
He's still not like country. He's a country guy. So long, pretty boy! Malix pulled the trigger and let the bullet fly straight at Damien's head, and I gasped myself for the result of the shot. However, Damien kept walking. Is this the full scene? I don't know if this is the full scene, but he don't look like he's messing around. Damien didn't fly back nor did he flinch from the shot. I couldn't see the bullets boom, but I knew there had been one in Damien's face.
What the? Fucking die!
sounds like me playing game. Just fucking die! Mox began to quickly pepper shots into Damien's face, some of them passing completely through his head. There was no blood, no fire, nothing. It was as if Damien didn't really exist as he walked towards the now frightened devil.
What crap spell is this?
I have no idea, but I'd like to know. As Damien finally reached Malix's double jab Damien's head towards the ground, making Damien fall and slam into the concrete. As the body fell to the ground, it slowly began to burn away into purple flames. Malix gritted his teeth.
Where are you, Damien?
Oh, you smart motherfucker. Malix scanned the room like a hungry dog hunting for its final meal. Malix's body began to glow with fiery red color and anger from the situation. The remaining devils stared, trying to figure out what to do, help Malix or watch in silence. Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as she watched with a new smirk on her face.
Come out!
The air instantly went from frantic to still in energy. What could have been described as in a tone as the color red quickly turned to a deadly mix of purple and black as everything began to blend together all at once. Damien's voice finally replied. However, his voice seemed different.
What's wrong, Malix?
Oh my god.
Are you afraid of me now?
That is the Get the fuck out. That is creepy. I was suddenly afraid. Yeah, I was suddenly afraid. Something about Damien didn't fit right with how I knew him. He sounded otherworldly. His voice was dripping with an almost sadistic tone as he spoke through the air. What the
Afraid
fuck?
of a pretty boy like you. You don't even have the balls to face me head on. You're the one who's afraid.
Actually, I'm the one who's afraid. Looking at Malix, however, I could tell that he was off. Something about what Damien was doing was keeping Malix in place.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I know very well you're afraid to move. Right now, you're practically screaming it in your mind.
Okay! Malix, in a fit of insane rage, began to shoot in the air, letting the bullets fly into the ceiling.
Shut the hell up!
Where is he? Damien's demonic laughter filled the room. Okay! Whew. Filled the room as a group of dark figures appeared around Malix, walking towards him slowly and menacingly. In defense, Malix fired shots at each entity around him, causing them to fall and fade away into purple flames. However, that didn't stop more from appearing around him and closing in on him, Malix being frantic. Was this the extent of demon power? I suddenly felt a pair of hands cover my eyes tightly. Ooh, who's gonna cover my eyes? I like how that's what I'm worried about. Pulling me against someone's chest, I grasped but was stopped from prying their hands off my face.
It's me. Don't look.
Hey, Sam! Sorry, I listened carefully, and let the last two words linger in my mind. Don't look. Why, what was being hidden from me? I wanted to know, but something told me to obey Sam's command. I could still hear Malix's screams of agony and the sound of hissing flesh. The smell of blood was covered by harsh odor, or ash and fire. Maybe it was better that I wasn't able to see.
Damien! Enough!
Almost instantly after James' command, the sound stopped. The only thing anyone could hear then was the sound of dripping blood.
At least let me dispose what's left of him.
What the fuck did you do to him? What's left of him? What? What?
I'll take care of it. You've done enough, Damien. Come out.
What did he do? After a brief silence, a pair of footsteps made their way to my spot. Each step seemed to echo with a haunting, otherworldly tone, almost as if a very low and dark piano played in a singular tone with each step of the pair of feet took.
I will admit, you really wailed on him.
What did he do?
Practically scared everyone out of the warehouse. It's a good thing you were hiding when you lost your glamour spell, huh?
What did... How? Okay, fine. Be that way. Glamour spell, what did he mean? Why did Damien sound so different? Why was he being hidden from me?
It's a spell that makes us look human.
Thanks, Damien. I froze. Look human. Didn't look like humans after all? Oh no. What did they look like?
Like demons.
Shut the As if Matthew knew what Damien was talking about, Matthew spoke up, followed by a sound of a cork popping out of a bottle.
Well, not for much longer. Here.
I can barely even remember Matthew's route. I could hear the small clinking of glass being passed before hearing Damien guzzle down a liquid of some sort. The feel of the air around me gently began to warm back up, insinuating that everything had returned to normal. Finally, Sam moved his hands from my eyes, allowing me to see around me once again. The devils, including Eris, had fled. Malix was missing, but the blood stains left behind in his place told me that he was definitely dead regardless of his location. The boys, however, had gathered around me, all of them including Damien, looking like nothing had happened. What the hell? I tried to speak up, but everything zipped around in my head that the whole event, and I felt speaking wasn't possible.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing more to see here.
What? What? I could only nod. Period. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what, how, and when. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked to Damien for some sort of sign I wasn't dreaming. Damien, despite looking down his feet, held a face of cold sadness, as if he regretted what he did. It was over. Malix was gone and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with the group again. At the same time, a ping of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something heavy weigh down to my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights of the lobby.
Finally, we can relax.
I kind of miss Eric.
It will be good to have some rest without devils breathing down our necks.
I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
Again, Sam, you didn't do shit!
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
I looked at Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. Yeah, that sounds great! I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened, and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal and were now waiting for me to decide their fate. I gulped face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I demanded. It was only fair, though. After all, it had happened. What? 1 second. What I thought was an important message wasn't anything at all. I looked at Damien, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave, but... But would he ask to stay? I hoped that he would say no and ask me to stay longer. As he knew what I wanted, Damien moved and stepped to me, staring into my eyes with almost pleading eyes. Okay, sorry. His eyes made me want to whimper in guilt, but then he spoke.
I know we've only been here for a short while, but you've done so much for us just by giving us a place to stay. However, if I may be honest, I really would like us to stay here longer. Can we?
My heart skipped, while a large red blush ran across my cheeks. The boys stared at Damien wide-eyed but didn't dare to speak out. Damien stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. Okay, I just had a weird thought. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again and my life would return to normal. If I did decide to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Let them stay. I wanted them to stay. I wanted him to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I'd come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love if you all could stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but none less enthusiastically. I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited despite the tiredness that ran icky through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can still help with the chores. The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. However, James quickly clapped his hands together, getting everyone's attention and waking me up, making sure I didn't pass out on the floor.
All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh! Yeah, sleep is actually a thing. Right.
We've had a very long day, but it will be good to just relax tonight and
Oh,
tomorrow.
for the love of Pete! Get the fuck out of here. Internet Explorer! You are not wanted. Not in my house. Get out. Get...
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Yeah, man.
Bruh. Broski. I watched a small smile grow onto Damien's lips. He shared my excitement He's not smiling. He shared my excitement knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we'd stay together? All I cared is that I would be with him. Hurrah, hooray. I'm risking everything here, but... Sweet! I had to throw my tissue box at the dog to get him to stop snoring, and I got my tissue box back. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Damien alone at last. My heart fluttered a bit as Damien walked closer to me. He was happy, and it was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile back.
Thank you.
He kind of looks like a mouse when he smiles like that. Is it just me, or does he look kind of like a mouse? You're welcome, Damien. I'm happy to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit before he cleared his throat and looked up at me with a serious face. Looked up? Are you taller than him? I didn't know if it was a tiredness or my growing attachment to him, but I felt myself almost sway a bit on my feet. However, Damien's face made it clear that he also wanted to say something else, making me forget that my bed was also calling for me.
About what happened at the warehouse.
Nope, it's fine. I don't want to know. You did what you had to do, I understand. I'd accepted everything that had happened and knew that Damien had to do what he had to do. He was real, and he was someone I didn't want to be without, even if that meant nodding against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explode my memory further. Jesus! Damien nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on. Let's get you to bed.
Oh god. I hate when it skips like that. I don't know why. I don't know why it skips. I nodded before Damien gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Damien's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed, and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip a care. I looked at Damien, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair.
Good night. I'll make breakfast for you in the morning.
I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. A wave of happiness washed over me as I laid in bed. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Help around the house, and being with a man who I was slowly starting to fall for would be worth it. I slowly felt my exhaustion take over. I let sleep consume me as I drifted into the darkness in my mind. I am so sorry. Everything was peaceful. I was happy. Oh. Giggity. The fuck was that about?
You are an interesting creature.
I'm too sick to deal with you, Diana. I'm too sick. Goodbye.